Hello friends, welcome back. And so we're still on the about objects situation. So we have about objects, line 72 is our new error. And so we have the about objects JS file open here, and I've got the console open here too so we can play around with it. So let's see, we want to go to line 72 here. So let's look for here, we found line 72, and we notice that this is within this whole block of code here. So they're saying describe the in keyword, and so let's just focus on that for now. So yeah, megalomaniac is set as a variable here, and then before each, so I think that that's just the Jasmine sort of way of saying that before each of these tests, this test and this test, we are going to define this megalomaniac anew. And so that just basically makes it so that the code that happens in here doesn't necessarily happen here. You see it has detonator and has bomb is in here. Okay, so it's line 72 is the one that's failing. So, okay, so the bomb, we've actually already passed this test. This is one that we did in a previous video. So let's check out line 72. So it should, the detonator in megalomaniac. So let's see, the bomb was here. That was set to true. Has detonator in megalomaniac. Well, okay, so I don't know exactly what's going to happen here, but let's set it up, right? So if we had the megalomaniac here, so megalomaniac, so we've got this thing here, and then if we want to set has detonator to the detonator in megalomaniac, well, that's not there, right? So has detonator. Okay, so I guess it just renders out to false. So, so what's the lesson here? The lesson here is in the idea that has bomb is expected to be true because the bomb is a key on the megalomaniac object, whereas the has detonator, there is no has detonator. Well, has detonator, it doesn't get defined here because in megalomaniac there is no has the detonator thing here, whereas the has bomb renders out to true. So if we go has bomb, it's true. Now, it seems to me like this should be undefined, but I guess it's just saying, I guess what this is actually, the in keyword is actually saying is this on the object? I wonder if we were to say megalomaniac has bomb, I mean, what would happen if we did megalomaniac and instead of saying the has bomb is true, we just made that equal to, you know, just a string that says bomb in it. And then, okay, so it has the bomb is there. So now what happens if we set the bomb equal to this in megalomaniac? Is it going to be true or is it going to be a string that says the bomb? So bomb. Okay, so this just gives you tertiary or Boolean values based on whether or not that key exists. So that's useful. Okay, cool. So let's save that and refresh this page. Our last time we had line 72 failing. So when I refresh this page and I scroll down to the most recently failing test, we see that now we're failing on line 79. So let's go to that one. Okay, so 79, here it is. Should know that properties can be added and deleted. So megalomaniac, agent Smith, and the henchman expect secretary in megalomaniac to be, what do you think this is going to be? Well, there is no secretary, right? Because the megalomaniac has mastermind and henchman, but there is no secretary key. So what do we expect this to be? Well, I think it'll be false. Megalomaniac.secretary is equal to agent Smith. So here, if we expect secretary in megalomaniac, well, yes, it's that now there because we've added it here. So if we go like this guy, megalomaniac, and this is saying should know that properties can be added or deleted. That's really all it's saying. So you could say megalomaniac dot, well, let's do secretary for now, secretary. So we're adding a key, and then we're setting the value to be agent Smith, right? And now if we were to render out the megalomaniac object, we would see that it has the secretary on there. So megalomaniac.secretary, that's going to be agent Smith. And then this is a cool thing is you can do it in either dot notation like that, or you can do it in bracket notation and it'll work just the same way. And so here, what do you think that this is going to be? Is secretary in megalomaniac? My guess is that the response is going to be true, right? True. So that's what we want to write in here. And then finally, delete megalomaniac the henchman. So can we do that? If we just call this function, what happens to megalomaniac? Megalomaniac. We see that it's just mastermind and secretary. Mastermind and secretary. Because we've added secretary in and now we've deleted the henchman. And so is there a henchman in there? No, the answer is not. There isn't, right? So let's save that and then refresh the page. And we scroll down and it looks like we're on line 99, which is the last of the tests here, I think. So yeah, we'll just keep it going. Should use prototype to add all objects. Okay, so here we create a function called a circle, and this dot radius is equal to radius. So this is instant variable stuff. Interesting. So let's save that in our console. So if we were to say circle now, we have it that it returns a function. And say if we did it of 2, well, no, that's not going to work yet. But let's see. So a new circle with a radius of 10. So this dot radius is 10. So what are we doing? We're creating a new instance of a circle with a radius of 10. And then we have a colored circle, which is equal to a new circle with a radius of 5. Okay? And so if we were to say colored circle, C-O-L-O-U-R, yeah, colored circle, then it gives us a circle which is an object with a radius of 5. Okay, cool. So it says simple circle dot color to be. Well, what happens right there? We haven't set anything to be colorful, right? So simple circle dot color undefined. There's nothing on that object that would make it be like that. So we can just write undefined in here. Because the simple circle simply only has a radius of 10. And then this prototype stuff, which is like all the constructors and everything. So yeah, undefined. Colored circle dot color. What do you think that is? Same thing, right? Undefined. It is never defined. So we'll write undefined in here. Cool. And then so circle dot prototype dot describe here. Okay, so we're saying on the circle we're adding a function called describe. This circle has a radius of, this plus the radius. So now, okay, so right now what happens if we call colored circle dot describe? We get undefined because it's not there, right? And the same thing would be true with the simple circle. But what we're doing now is we're adding to the circle prototype the ability to have a describe function. Okay, so once we save that to the circle prototype, we should be able to do, oh, I should have done it up here. Well, it would have been undefined over here too. So now if you do a simple circle, that just shows that you've added a prototype and we've added the capacity to describe it in here. So the simple circle, which is this guy, which we started with a radius of 10, has a radius of 10. And if we were to do the same function on the colored circle, we'd see that that has a radius of 5. And so what they're showing here is that you can add functions onto existing prototypes when you're within your code. And so that's just a way to kind of build tools. Cool. So let's save this and refresh this page. Last time we had line 99 failing. So if I refresh and we scroll down, we see now about objects on line 100. 100 is failing. Colored circle dot color. Weird. Colored circle. Oh, I messed up here. Okay. So yeah, let's just redefine this real quick. The circle is the prototype. What happened here? I forgot to do this guy. And so now if we set our colored circle, you see our colored circle has a radius of 5. And now here we're setting a new key value pair. The key is color and the value is red. If we do it like that, and now if we go colored circle, now our object has the color on it as well. So if we go colored circle dot color, we get the string of red. So this guy should be red. But I guess what the important part here is to notice is that the colored circle, even when we add the describe function to it, The colored circle, oh, dot describe has a radius of 5. Okay, I didn't add that in there. But our colored circle now has a color and a radius on it, and it also has the additional function of described. And I think, yeah, the describe function is actually laid out within here. So the prototype, so you can actually look into here, your prototype, and then what we've done is we've added it here for the colored circle. But I don't think we've done it to the simple circle. So let's just add the simple circle in here. And the simple circle dot color, that's going to be undefined. It hasn't been set yet, right? But the simple circle dot describe should be there. So it will show a radius of 10. But if we were to compare the simple circle and the colored circle, you'll see that the colored circle has the color of 10 put on it, but it wasn't added by the prototype. Whereas both of these ones can have the describe function on them because they've been added as a prototype. The colored circle just has the color on it because of the way that it was set up. So here on the colored circle, we're going to have red. And then, no, on describe, we're going to have this circle has a radius of, was it the colored circle has a radius of 5? Colored circle, radius of 5. And then this guy is going to have a radius of 10. Cool. Now let's save that and refresh this page. We should be outside of the about objects file now. So if we scroll down, looks like we've completed it. And so now we're thinking about a mutability, which is in a different file. So we're complete with the about objects session. So hope you guys enjoyed this one, and we'll see you in the next video.